Hello everyone, and welcome to the last session for both foundation and advanced level. Today's title name is Roles and Responsibilities of Faculty Innovation Ambassadors, and how the faculties will be acting as mentor and will engage in post-training activities will be covered today. So today's session will be covered by our Mr. Dipan Sahu, Assistant Innovation Director at Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, and in the end, Mrs. Selva Rani, Innovation Officer at Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, and me will be giving you the portal demo that how it will look like and after successful completing the training and how you need to submit the reports. So before taking the session forward, let me introduce you the profile of Mr. Dipan Sahu, sir. So he's having more than 10 years of experience and his expertise in policy design and implementation in the areas of innovation and startup ecosystem development in higher education institutes. He has obtained his master degree in development policy from Korea Development Institute. He is associated with AICTE since 2017 and he is a co-member of implementation team for national innovation and startup policy for higher education institutes. And he plays a lead role in other initiatives like ARIA, IIC, MBA in innovation, entrepreneurship, and venture development. So that was all about him. Now I would like to invite him, Mr. Dipan Sahu, sir, to take the session forward and give the best wishes to our upcoming innovation ambassadors for successfully completing the foundation level training, and also to our advanced level innovation ambassadors for their successful completion of their training as well. So over to you, sir.
Hi all, very good afternoon to all, and thank you Dian and my whole IIC team, Selva, Sunny, Ankush, Pranav and Sarad, that all are putting their efforts and time to make all IIC institutions active and regular in touch with all these IIC institutions or providing informations, addressing their queries, conducting this kind of training programs. And I can see that the activeness of our institutions in promoting innovation and entrepreneurship activities in their respective campuses has been multiplied over years, and we are expecting this activeness will go further. And at present, the total number of IIC we have in more than 2,600 institutions, also it will increase to more than 3,000, then 4,000, then 5,000. It will go on increasing over years. And as you all know that in India, we have more than 51,000 higher education institutions. So this number, this 2,600 number, seems a bit less or very uh, little, but actually these are the institutions actually taking the lead, and they are setting a trend for other institutions to follow. That means you all are belongs to the institutes. Actually, your institution has the potential to set the trend for other institutions, and also inspiring the faculties from other institutions to take the similar kind of role what you are undertaking and your institution is undertaking. So taking all these movements as a moment of pride, let's again congratulate you all for being nominated by your institute and also undergoing through this innovation ambassador training since 30th July. And finally, we reached to the day that is your last session, and again on 30th of sorry 30 we started in 30th of June, and now again we on 30th of July we are completing our sessions. So for both advanced level and for the foundation level, uh, both the categories, we have designed 16 sessions for each, and that's all the sessions covered the almost all aspects of innovation and entrepreneurship and intellectual property generation trust areas, starting from problem identification, then prototype development, innovation development, technology development processes, then touching upon the aspects of business plan development, business model planning, then touching into the investment aspect, and further go like that. We have covered each and every aspect of the value chain, which helps or which is actually required for each and every individuals to know about, because we are living in a very competitive environment, and uh, uh, and in this competitive environment, to be innovative and entrepreneurial is very important. Neither it is very difficult to survive and thrive in this market, and that is the where actually these higher education institutions are started adopting this innovation entrepreneurship components and strategies in their regular teaching and curricula, and also in the co-curricular and extracurricular activities. If you will see the trend of last 10 years to till today, till this the current year, 5 years back, the concept of innovation and entrepreneurship was not much known to the students, also not known to the institutions and the faculties. And majority of the students, they generally come to the our educational institutions for the study of the particular subject, and they graduate with a certificate, then they go and search for the job. But actually the kind of understanding and utilization of the creativity, the entrepreneurial skill set, and choosing entrepreneurship or startup as an alternative career option was not explored much. But in the last 5 to 6 years, uh, because of the proactive policy and support systems we created for the higher educational systems, and also the need of the hour is to uh, uh, survive in this market through this competitive spirit and the competitive approach. That's why this innovation and entrepreneurship become an integral part of every institutions. And to amplify further, Ministry of Education Innovation Cell and AICTE, UGC all together started the initiative of promoting innovation and entrepreneurship in our educational institutions. That's why Ministry of Education's Innovation Cell came into existence in 2018. And since then, we have devised lots of very good number of programs at policy level, at platform level, at uh, kind of a program level, where our faculties, our students, our institutions are getting opportunity to engage, to perform, and to demonstrate their innovation and entrepreneurship achievements, uh, uh, and getting recognition at the national level. Naming few of these programs like Smart India Hackathon, where students are involving in solving the problems of our government and the industry, and they are going through a process of problem, how to define a problem, how to come up with alternative solutions, and technical know-how. All these things they are learning, and they are pushing themselves into a situation of uh, team development process, and coming up with a solution that has a scalable in nature, or also have some business opportunity or the chances for transferring that solution to the industry for the adoption. So this is one of the program which actually trying to revolutionize the whole educational system, and involving our all the stakeholders of industry, government, and institutions and students, and to co-create, and this has established an open innovation model in our country. Similarly, another model that you all are integral part of it is Institutions Innovation Council model, where that model is one of the kind, and also in last 2.5 years, because all of your support and involvement, it has established a very successfully that this model helping our institutions to design, to think, and to plan, to start the ecosystem, start the innovation ecosystem from the scratch, and uh, building upon the skill set and the competency of the faculties and the students. It is also created a platform, and that platform at the institute level also connect with other IAC institutions across the country, and we have developed a very networked system of Institutions Innovation Council, where every effort of our institutions, every effort towards promotion of innovation and entrepreneurship and intellectual property is now can be accommodated, and we have devised the incentive models for at faculty level, at the institute level, at the student level, which encourages institutions to participate in this IIC activities. And ultimately, this whole thing is actually helping our country, helping our institutions to set a foundation for ecosystem development at the country level, and also helping uh, 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 giving a direction to our institutions to drive the ecosystem of our country. This is the what actually this IIC model is trying to achieve in last 2.5 years. And I believe in next 1 or 2 years, when the process will get further standardized and processed, then it will create more impact. Now we are able to create only outputs, like if how many activities our institutions are doing, how many trained professionals or trained students or trained faculties they are producing. So we are only reaching to that level. We are very nascent stage of our ecosystem development. So IIC is trying to ensure the input level involvement, or the input level and the activities or output or uh, process oriented outputs only. But we have to go far behind the process or input level results. We have to go output and impact level. And in next 2 to 3 years, we are expecting the performance of our IIC institutions will go to the impact creation level. But to make it happen, all the stakeholders, and the major stakeholders are the faculties, students, and institutions top authorities. These are the major stakeholders of this whole ecosystem. They have to understand this innovation and entrepreneurship concept. They have to take with a commitment and conviction. They have to implement this innovation and entrepreneurship approaches and the strategies in each and every stages, both at individual level, in their academic, in their organization level, also in the society and the industry level. They have to adopt it. That's why there is importance of organizing this kind of training events for our faculties, because faculties are the major pillar in this whole system, because they stay with institutions for long, and students comes in and they goes out, and whole support mechanism in institutions is generally driven by these faculties. So the level of orientation, attitude, and the skill set and the behavior of our faculties will decide what kind of institutional support mechanism will flourish, and how institute will uh, enable their students to become innovator and entrepreneur. This is the way actually keeping these things into mind, this innovation ambassador program designed 2 years back. And when we organized this, the first edition of Innovation Ambassador in 2020, during that time, 2019, actually, towards the end of 2019, we started. But during that period, actually, we trained more than 5,000 faculties and 5,000 odd students uh, to become the innovation ambassador. And after that, we provided them an opportunity that being an innovation ambassador, you have some responsibility, and also there is some contribution you have to make to the society by bringing the values that you have, or the mindset or the values you are carrying, and it has to be transferred to the society or to the others, so that they will also trying to bring some difference and contribution to the society's development. And that's why we have improvised the whole innovation ambassador training module. Last year, actually, we have made 4 different tracks, specialized tracks for the innovation ambassador training, where one track is only for the innovation and the design thinking. Second track was on entrepreneurship development. Third track was on technology transfer and the commercialization or intellectual property generation. And fourth track was incubation and the pre-incubation. But later we realized that giving a specialized training and excluding these faculties from the knowledge on the other specialization, actually it is not good at the beginning stage, because our faculties are still not reached to a level of the basic understanding on all these four foundations. That's why this year what we designed, that let's design the basic module and also cover all the aspect under these four specialization areas into one course, that is 16 courses, and bring some difficult level and the also understanding level of the faculties, depending on their experience and kind of a involvement, and classifying into advanced level and the basic foundation level. So advanced level has some kind of a additional subjects or additional sessions where they have to go through the in-depth understanding on different modules like technology transfer office, how the technology transfer will happen, what are the mechanisms, and how this incubation models will work, and what is the called minimum viable product designing, and what is industry readiness level, what is technology readiness level, what is manufacturing readiness level. So all these are the concepts for the advanced level, whereas the basic level, the foundation level training focus on the starting with on design thinking, starting with the problem identification, and it focus on the how to traverse the how what is the steps in product development and business model, all kind of things. So I hope in last 1 month time period you all have enjoyed the sessions thoroughly, and also gone through the assessments provided at the end of the session. And these assessments are actually uh, uh, going to help you a lot, because it will help you to understand actually what the things you have observed or gone through the session, actually you have understood or digested the concept properly or not. Even though you have you're not able to get good marks, but actually if you will watch again repeatedly once or twice that video, you will be able to understand this concept. And these concepts are maybe for a few of you it will be kind of a first time, and a few of you must have listened some things in somewhere, but almost everything is kind of a new area of training. So need not to worry for that. And innovation and entrepreneurship terminologies will get synced into our body and the mind only when you will get exposed to this kind of trainings repeatedly and on regular basis. So this is the what applicable to you, and also applicable to us, and also applicable to the students. Those are going to be part of this whole ecosystem. And comes to the what we have learned so far, let me share you a one slide that recap that what we have learned so far in the last 30 days of training. Let me share my presentation here with you all. So I think it's visible now, Udyan.
It is visible.
Yes. So let me summarize, and let me recap that the major things that you must have learned and also understood properly on different important concepts. The first one is called design thinking. This was one of the sessions we conducted as part of this Innovation Ambassador training program. And this design thinking gives understanding on problem solution fit. What problem solution fit? Design thinking is an approach. Through design thinking, we have to reach to a problem solution fit. Problem solution fit says that it helps in identifying a problem by spending time with the stakeholders or the target group and understanding their problem, bringing these problems into the discussion table, prioritizing these problems, and then coming up with a solution through the brainstorming among the team members, and again prioritizing the solutions based on the resources, time, and competency with the team to convert that problem, that solution into an innovation. Then developing the right solution with the right features for the said problem or for the defined problem. So this is called matching the solution with the problem that you have identified, is called problem solution fit. And this is the what we have this design thinking session covered. And I hope you have gone through the session, and also you understood that how to apply design thinking tools and approaches for this problem and solution fit. And this is very, very important, because majority of the research scholars, majority of the students in at BTech and or master at the UG level, when they go for any action plan study, the first starting point should be start with the problem identification. And problem identification will happen if you will spend right and quality time with the stakeholders or the target group for whom you are going to develop this, you are going to help them, right? So there are so many methods. I'm not going to in deep, but design thinking is one of the things I hope you must have learned and you should practice it. The second learning that we are expecting that all of you should have, that is called innovation, or we call this product market fit. So also you can correlate with minimum viable product designing, or you can say that prototype development, concept, or kind of. So innovation says that what the solution you have developed through design thinking approach, it has to be converted into a prototype or a minimum viable product. And while you are designing and developing this product or this innovation or this product, service, or the process, you have to validate with the market, and you have to ensure that the solution actually it is desirable for the market, and there is a ready customers to adopt it if it will be given to them. So this validation has to go simultaneously while you are developing your innovation. And there are some concepts for innovation that is called technology readiness level. This is for the product and technology development. Also there is a TRL, is also there is for the process also. And new concept we have taught you about the manufacturing readiness level. This is again a new concept for most of you, and I hope those were the part of uh, advanced level, they must have gone through this TRL and MRL. Also there is a new concept called investment readiness level. So what the technology you will develop, and you have to also think about that if you want to go to the manufacturing and the production system, then you have to correlate with the manufacturing readiness level. Also you have to think from business perspective, that's why you called investment readiness level. And all these things is the part of the innovation. Now comes to the third thing. Also you all have to all you should know about it. It's called business model canvas or business plan development. This is also one of the most effective tool of conceptualizing your products, because in innovation and the product development you are good at product development because you are the technical expertise you all is having all, with all of you. But bringing the business expertise, bringing the business concept competencies, you have to also validate with market, and during that time you have to develop the business model or the conceptualizing the business aspect, how to commercialize that technology or the solution or the innovation you are working on to reach to the market or to reach to the target customer. And that's what we call developing the business model canvas or business plans, and we call it business fit. So there are three fits I have explained now. One is called problem solution fit, product market fit, and the business fit. And these three you all should know in detail, and the approaches, the tools, the strategies, and the simple steps, all these things also you should know about it, so that it is going to help you not only in your research, in your academic, also it will help you in guiding the students. And in future if you want to get into the startup or venture creation, also this concept will help you to venture into a startup. The fourth most important is that when somebody is trying to do above three, that is design problems, product market, and the business fit, there is need of certain competencies and the skill set and the mindsets required at the individual level. It may, because you may take all these initiative as an individual or in the form of team. So either individual or team, there is need of certain attitude, that what we call entrepreneurial attitude and creative tendencies. Similarly, the behavior and the skill sets on innovation and business is also essential. And I hope the sessions we have covered on this entrepreneurship attitude and skill also helped you a lot to understand what are the basic things, basic competencies, and the skills that required for this venture journey. Then the fifth one, which is also we covered very in depth about the startup and enterprise development, which covers the various marketing strategy, operational strategy, financial planning, then resources mobilization planning, all the things we have covered. I hope that's also help. That's also going to help you, and also you will acquire certain skill set, and kind of you will practice it before you get into the mentorship assignments with your students to help them to develop their business models or startup plans. Another major area which is essential for our faculties to understand, that is called what kind of pre-incubation system and what is incubation systems actually exist in our higher education institutions. And if your institute nothing like any pre-incubation or incubation, then how you are going to plan, how you are going to strategize and mobilize the resources for this pre-incubation and the incubation, because pre-incubation is very, very essential for each and every higher education institutions, because this provides a space, this provides a platform, this provides a kind of a forum for students and faculties to come and think and come up with the new ideas and brainstorm these ideas into a solution form and further into business model form. Whereas the incubation is taking the business models and the innovations further into venture and giving them a space on the forum and or the kind of a platform to survive in the market and do their business and thrive and grow in the market. This is the what the pre-incubation and the incubation system generally every higher education institutions are now developing their in their campuses, and faculties are generally leading this pre-incubation and the incubation. So it is essential for our innovation ambassadors to understand and to know about these two concepts. And I hope all of you are a part of, know very clearly about the intellectual property and the commercialization. Maybe you are not well versed with the commercialization, but as you all are into the research, and I hope intellectual property is quite familiar to you all, but we have to go beyond the generation and getting a patent granted. So once patent is granted, then the responsibility is within the owner or the principal investigator or the institute to take that patented technology to get transferred to the industry or take to the market in the form of the startup. See, the purpose of creation of patent is utilization, and if you are not going to utilize, then what is the meaning of patent creation then? So that's what every intellectual property we generate at our institute. We should aim that it should not remain in our laboratory or in the only in the shelf of our or as a, like a showpiece. It should go, it should reach to the market, and for the purpose it is created, it should cater to the serve that purpose. Emotional quotient and the business intelligence. Yes, yesterday only we covered that one, and I believe those were part of these sessions. They must have enjoyed the emotional quotient, the business intelligence. This is very, very important, because see, we may have the skill set, we may have the all kind of things, but so far we will not go with our emotion, we will not bring the emotion into the these things, then I think we are not justifying the innovations or the business in a right way, because emotions make sure that you follow the ethics. Emotion makes sure that you are in the principle of humanity way of doing the business, and emotion also help you to understand the customer in a better way, putting your feet in their shoe, so that empathy creation, which is very, very integral part of the design thinking, this comes actually through the emotional quotient. And when you use emotion and the logic in the business, it generates the business intelligence, and it that actually helps the person to generate new business opportunities from the data, from the information they are building up. So this is all about the learnings and from the 16 sessions that you all have gone through. And I hope also the session on technology transfer model that is generally we started in our country just recently is also going to help you to go and set up this kind of technology transfer offices in your institutions, so that you will able to carry out commercialization of your technologies and the innovations on a focused way. And this is all about what we have learned so far in last 30 days of our innovation ambassador training program. And in next 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to cover about certain very few important points. Actually, it will help you to understand that actually why you are part of this training program, and what we are expecting from you all, and how you are going to fit that purpose or fit that requirement after this training is over. So consider this is actually 4 stakeholders actually we are working on day-to-day basis. So there is a society actually which we are belongs to, and but we are working in institutions, and we are working for creating values that is for the industry or the market. And also there is another stakeholder called government, and government is helping to create the system at the national level, also helping in addressing the market failures, what market is not going to correct it. So government role is to bring lots of policies and address the market failures, whereas the society actually we are integral part of it, and our role is to contribute back to the society. And we are using the science, technology, innovation, entrepreneurship, these tools to generate wealth and to create the value, and for whom, and for the industry, right? So these are the 4 stakeholders actually we are interacting, we are working in each and every moment in our life, and they are the part of these are actually called collectively called as the innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem. And this is very relevant for our higher education institutions, because higher education institution is central, because government is trying to bring all this ecosystem development, making higher education institution as a key enabler. So higher educational institutions are the key enablers because they are the center of knowledge. They are the center for the knowledge creation, and where the young minds and the infrastructure and the skill set get nurtured and built. And that's why academic institutions are the key of enabling and connecting all these 3 stakeholders together, and uh, generating the value and the wealth. That's why being an innovation ambassador and part of the academic, you are, though you are the part of the other things, but your role is going to be extraordinary and different from the other stakeholders. Let's understand this ecosystem a bit in depth. That consider that this is the first round, this is the whole circle, is one is your university or your institutions, and that institutions you can classify the stakeholder, the members, into 3 levels. So there are one type of stakeholder called core internal stakeholders, like you all are the internal stakeholders. You are directly and associate with research, you are associate with innovation, you all are associate with the teaching, and also you are doing the knowledge transfers, creating the innovation, incubation, and the pre-incubation services. So you all are constituting the internal core stakeholders, whereas there is also peripheral stakeholders are there. These are called the governing body. That's called university structures, academic services, next administration services, which are helping you to take your core services to the target customer, like your students. Also there are stakeholders, those are outside the ecosystem, and we call them system stakeholders, like ecosystem enablers, like industry associations, knowledge agencies, then uh, any incubation exist outside the institutions, even government all these are the part of the system stakeholders. So external stakeholders, peripheral internal stakeholders, and the core internal stakeholders. So all these stakeholders, when they will come and align and their interest and their objective aligned together, then we can say that there is an existence of very good, vibrant innovation and startup ecosystem. And the faculties or the internal stakeholders, when they develop their attitude, behavior, and skill set in innovation and entrepreneurship, they started involving in conducting more number of entrepreneurship activities, innovation activities in their campuses, in and also they set up the process for the students and institutions, that students will go and uh, involve in and get the problem statements from the industry, and these people help in developing the solutions and further into market testing and startup creation. So these are the role of our core internal stakeholders, having this and if they have this innovation and entrepreneurship skill set and mindset and behavior with them. And this will come only when you will understand the whole concept, you will understand the each and every things related to innovation and entrepreneurship. And we expect that our innovation ambassadors, they will go to the students. Once they will complete this training, they will go back to their ecosystem. They will start identifying the potential entrepreneurs. We are expecting the students, faculties, and the staffs, uh, 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 they will come forward, and you will get opportunity to interact with them. And these potential entrepreneurs and potential innovators, once your interaction will start on a regular basis, gradually they will also get support to move towards from a ideation to innovations to the startup formation. And this is what we call entrepreneurial journey. And this the a creamy layer of a very efficient kind of a number of individuals will emerge from this academic. We will call them academic entrepreneurs. And uh, this is what we are visualizing, that our academics will produce number of innovations and startups from the academic. Now comes to the individual level. So you see what we have studied, this ecosystem level understanding, but every individual has to build certain quality on them. And we can say that at the individual level, through a planned way, we can develop the attitude. And that attitude is that I can be. That attitude will help make you that I want to be. It will help in to develop your desire and also the capability to do it. So that called your attitude will come, that I can be attitude. I want to be or the willingness attitude will come. So this is the attitude development. And then it's called intention. Once you have the attitude, then you have to start doing something. That's what leads to the intention or planning. That means you have already determined you want to do, then you will start planning. That is called the intention. And that intention will leads to your behavior, like it will your regular phenomenon of doing the things. And that will change your lifestyle, or that will change your working style, or see the things from a different lens. And that what we call lens from an entrepreneur, lens of an innovator. And you will always see the opportunities, you will always see from the kind of how to make the opportunity into in a business form, or how to address the problems through the solutions. So this is what we call the behavior. So this attitude, intention, and behavior are the part of the individuals, and it has to be changed, and it will come through progressive way, but it has to be changed. And the innovation ambassadors should be the first starting point for this change. And that's what we are aiming through this innovation ambassador training program. And you will, as already institutions innovation council is there in your institutions, so you are going to practice, and IIC is going to give that platform of practicing, developing, and refining this attitude intentions, and the behaviors. And once you will develop this, it will inspire the others, and also it will help the others to get the support from you, and they will also start doing it. So you are going to be the virus, a good virus for the society, and this good virus or good bacteria are going to help others to develop that good quality on them. So if you will again see that actually what kind of values you are going to create. So there are two type of values actually generally we create in general. One is called routine value creation, and second thing is called explorative value creation. The routine value creation means what we are doing today after getting this kind of entrepreneurship skill, attention, attitude, and the behavior. There will be improvisation in the existing value. That if you are doing the things like doing any kind of a work, implementing any project, or doing any administrative work, you will start doing in a bit improvised form. That is called improvisation on the existing routine work. And what second type of skill set is called explorative value creation, with that you will start something new what you are not doing so far. So this is called again innovative way of entrepreneurial way of doing the things. And this actually will lead to the innovation generation, new offerings, next continuous learning, upgradation, and development of the new methods and the process for improvising the performances of your individual, of your projects, and of your institute. So this is the word called entrepreneurial competencies and operational competencies. We have to strike a balance between these two, but now we need to focus more on entrepreneurial competencies because it will take you extra mileage in terms of achievement at your personal growth, also at the professional front. Now comes to let's discuss about in brief about actually how the changes will come, at what level we are expecting the changes. See, because you are part of the society, you are part of the whole a bigger ecosystem, a system where government, industry, all are working. So, but you are very closely working with the academic or the institutions. So we are expecting, or the whole ecosystem is expecting that to make it happen, we need changes in each level. One is at the system level, at the government level, at the policy level, at the norms level, right? At the institutional configuration level, culture level, we need changes. What we have started, we have already started this few years back, and we are intensifying our efforts and interventions in every year, bringing new plans and new designs, new policies to enable our higher educational institutions to do this. The second level changes we are expecting at the organization level, that is your institution level. That helps in setting up the new institutional mechanisms, developing innovation and entrepreneurship, policy documents, and action plans at your institute level, and focusing more on generating awareness among the students and faculties on innovation and entrepreneurship, then streamlining the ecosystem by building the infrastructures and facilities related to incubation and the pre-incubation, then provide trainings to your faculties and the students on innovation so that they will acquire the necessary skill set on innovation and entrepreneurship, and inculcating and integrating the learning programs like teaching programs or courses on innovation, entrepreneurship, and IPR in the co-curricular way or in curricular or the extracurricular activities. So these are the kind of changes where will come at the institution level, and also bringing the policies for allowing our faculties to do innovation, start the startup or the venture, and provisioning certain performances, and in the performance metrics, giving some incentive, both financial and non-financial incentives, to encourage our students and faculties to pick up any innovations or innovation assignments, and practicing any kind of a startup activities, or providing mentorship, guidance, advisory to the other startups. So this is the way we have to enhance the engagement of our human resources existing in our institutes with startup and innovation activities. At the individual level, it is need intention, behavior, and the attitude and the skill set to undertake all these innovation and entrepreneurship activities. So this is the what in a broader perspective, and then narrow perspective, both in long term and the short term, we have to work, and all the stakeholders have to work together in on a coherent basis. Then only this ecosystem will emerge and also establish and thrive on a long term. And this is the where innovation ambassadors are going to play to bring these changes and motivate the stakeholders in each and every stages, and they will play the catalyst in towards and making your institutions as an enabling agent for this innovation and startup environment creation in your region. And you have to go beyond your institution's boundary, that now you have to reach out to the community, you have to reach out to the school, you have to reach out to the industry and the society to take your institution's competency and the strength uh, to address the requirement or the problems of the all the stakeholders to, and devising the new innovations and the solutions. So how this education, how these education institutions or this entrepreneurship strategy, what we have discussed so far, can be integrated for good value creation. And innovation ambassadors are the persons those will take the initiation in this front. So the first one is called innovation ambassador will start choosing or identifying the students in their institutions, and the learnings they have acquired through this innovation ambassador training or from the other trainings. Now they have to start interacting with the students, and they have to identify the potential student innovators and entrepreneurs, and help them to identify the problem statements from the society, industry, and market, and help them to convert that problem statements into a solution form, then into a then into a prototype, and then into a marketable or a minimum viable product, and finally business aspect or commercialization of that product or that innovation. And this can be done, and this can be understood through this whole diagram. Actually, this diagram depicts that how action-based entrepreneurial education will actually help in building this culture of innovation and entrepreneurship. And this action-based entrepreneurial education methodology, all we have to adopt in all of our institutions for creation of the culture, then structure and ecosystem, and which will create the value creation, then venture creation, and finally sustainability of that venture to generate the wealth. And these are the actually steps and procedures and the involvement of our innovation ambassadors on volunteer basis uh, uh, for value creation. For your easy understanding, academic entrepreneurs, that all faculty innovation ambassadors are also academic entrepreneurs, because they are going to serve two purposes. One is as an academic, they have to involve in research, learn and connect and teaching, while also they have to also engage in entrepreneurship activities, like they have to associate with the student innovators and entrepreneurship startup, and driving the ecosystem in their campuses. So we call all these innovation ambassadors are also a type of academic entrepreneur. They are going to involve in these two type of assignments and carry out simultaneously. There is a standard framework also in place at international level, and which says that to make one institute entrepreneurial, there is need of certain changes at different level. That is called at the leadership level, at the governance level, there is some changes and some improvisation is required. There is a need of changes at the organizational capacity, people, and incentives for them. And there is a need of changes at the entrepreneurship development, teaching and learning, that is new course curriculum on innovation and entrepreneurship. And also institutions effort towards how to the strategy or the plan, that how to generate more innovations, so that they will move towards entrepreneurship line. So providing requisite skill set and awareness generation, that and provisioning infrastructure to help them to go and practice. All this comes under the pathways for entrepreneurs. And university also engage with external agencies through collaboration and through co-creation for bringing more vibrancy and the strength to the ecosystem. And other action items includes having an institutionalizing the whole thing, like bringing innovation and entrepreneurship policy for the institutions, and also measuring that under what are all these parameters I have explained, that how all these parameters and all these action things are actually progressing well to make your institutions actually entrepreneurial, innovative or not. Once every individual will take this attitude and behavior intention, and they will start doing their part, then automatically this whole ecosystem, a whole institute will get entrepreneurial, innovative. And when each and every institute will convert into this, and they will get connected with all the other institutions through IIC, then we can say that our country is going to be innovative and entrepreneurial. And then only we can say that we will able to reach the $5 trillion economy that we set target. Or we can say that in next 20 to 30 years, our country is going to we can see our country as an advanced country by 2040 or 2050, that we are aiming for. And already there are conducive policies are there in our country, like National Innovation and Startup Policy for higher educational institutions. It is already under implementation since 2019. And also recently the National Education Policy 2020. Both of these policies, they give and they laid the foundation for focusing innovation and entrepreneurship in our higher education institutions. Also, they laid down so many clauses with clarity that how this environment will be more conducive for our students and faculties and the staff to choose the path of innovation and entrepreneurship. So I will again congratulate you all that now you are at the stage of at the last stage of innovation ambassador training, and we have more than 5,000 odd faculty innovation ambassadors. They are now currently going through this program. So if once you will complete your assessment, all the assessment submissions, once you complete watching all these video sessions, then you have to submit by before 5th of August for the first batch. And after that, we will start checking the requirements, and certificates will be e-certificates will be available in the Innovation Ambassador portal that is going to open for you all. And already the nominations for the second phase of Innovation Ambassador training is already started. So once the first phase will over, and after 5th of August, we will start the second batch of the training for Innovation Ambassador training for the second batch. So those have missed the Innovation Ambassador training in the first phase, your institution's Innovation Council can nominate the faculty members for advanced level or foundation level of Innovation Ambassador training for the second phase. And we will start after 5th of August. And the roles and responsibilities also, we're expecting our Innovation Ambassador will go to the society, community, and within their institute also, they have to promote innovation, entrepreneurship, and intellectual property, and they have to provide act as a mentor. They have to act as a change agent to enable their institutions and drive the innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem in their campuses. And they have to take the key role in institutions innovation council in their institute. And also we're expecting that our innovation ambassadors will help in taking the national initiatives on innovation and entrepreneurship to the ground, and they will generate awareness among the students and faculties, not only within the institute, also outside the institutions. So we need some commitment and passion and the volunteer involvement. And for that, we have designed a innovation ambassador portal. And that innovation ambassador portal is actually those will complete all the assessments and all the sessions. they will get access to the complete version of the Innovation Ambassador portal with all features. Actually, that will help you to undertake the activities, volunteer activities, and we prescribe certain volunteer activities that you have to um, carry out in next 1 year time period, next IIC 4.0 time period, and you have to also upload the report. And based on that, we are going to measure your progress, your performance, and we will devise suitable recognition mechanism for our innovation ambassadors to recognize at the regional level or at the institute level and at the national level to encourage our innovation ambassadors to uh, uh, perform, and also they will motivate other faculties to join this journey of innovation ambassadors. And I think this is the all about the innovation ambassador. And in next 10 to 15 minutes, my colleague Selva and Udyan is going to both are going to demonstrate uh, the innovation ambassador portal. They are going to talk about that how this portal is look like, and once you will complete the whole assessment, everything, and after that you will get that access to that portal, and also you will be able to download your certificate of innovation ambassador with all the program, all the sessions that you have attended. And this is all about innovation ambassador. And I wish all the best to you all, and I hope those will join this innovation ambassador um, uh, kind of a pool, and we will again start interacting with you all again, and with lots of more new things to energize you, to motivate all of you. And we will also plan something that to once the things get normalized, a kind of a physical interaction with you all also you can plan. So I will request Selva and Udyan, please go through the demonstration of innovation ambassador portal for our trainees.
Thank you, sir, for guiding our upcoming innovation ambassadors and telling them their roles and responsibilities of being an innovation ambassador, and also telling them about the creating the innovation ecosystem in higher education institutes by developing the skill set in oneself. So I hope participants have got the idea with these innovation ambassador training sessions, and will definitely develop and groom themselves and others too to develop an entrepreneurial skill with various innovation ideas. So thank you very much everyone for successfully completing the training sessions and learning from them. So now I would like to give you the portal demo in which I will be telling you about the what you need to do and after completing the sessions. So this is the portal. When you log in, this is the dashboard you will see. I think for the basic level, this portal will not be, you will not be able to see this kind of dashboard. So after the completing of the session and all the assessment, uh, and when you get the when you get the certificate, there's a column of download certificate. You will get you can download the certificate from here. And after downloading certificate, you will receive this kind of portal. So where all the tabs you can see here. And I think advanced level innovation ambassador, they are already knew about this portal, and they can see the screen like this only. So coming forward, I would like to tell you what you need to do for the basic level 1 and for the advanced level for both the level innovation ambassadors. So in the profile section, you can see it. You can edit your profile, and you can to change your institute name. For also, you can put your expert area. I will show you here when I click on edit profile. So you can mention your name of the institute, your expert area. Like you can choose your expert area like from this design thinking and innovation, IPR technology transfer, entrepreneurship development program, pre-incubation and incubation management. You can choose any of these from and I can update it from here. So also you can update your photo as well over here. So what you need this is the clinic information. I would like to tell you what about first I would like to tell you what is the clinic. So clinic is a kind of counseling session that will be declared by the innovation ambassadors, which will mentor students or will also mentor faculties in the campus or their nearby communities. So when you click on this edit clinic, you can update this clinic, and like choosing it I'm just giving you a demo. like I'm choosing August, and I'm also choosing the date Tuesday. Start time 9 a.m. Duration 1 hour. After updating it here, you can see the clinic profile here in the last section, where you can conduct the training and mentor your student and faculty in the campuses. So after updating it here, you can go to the report section, and you can see the clinic tab here. After clicking on clinic tab, after conduction of the report, you can submit the report here. And by clicking on add more reports, you will be able to submit all the reports with the month on in the month which you have conducted, August, date, time, and the and all the format which needs to be provided here, the number of person mentored over here. So coming back to the report section again, so I would like to tell you to retain the innovation ambassador tag, what one needs to be follow. So you all need to follow these four kind of activities inside the innovation ambassador portal. So session, you need to conduct internal sessions for students and faculties, session for external students and faculties, IIC innovation contest, and the clinic, which I already told about you earlier. So in this section for internal students and faculties, so it is the activities organized within the institute towards promoting and supporting innovation, IPR, and other and startups. So it's in the similar way as the clinic, you can submit the reports over here by clicking on add more reports, providing all the details which are asking here in the sections. So
Udyan, Udyan,
number of participants. Yes, sir.
just go back to the that four type of activities that need some bit more clarification. Go to the first one.
Yeah.
Go to the four.
Mm,
Yes. So let me tell you in brief about, actually, once you get the access to this portal, we are expecting every innovation ambassador in next to 1 year time period, right? That IIC 4.0, they should involve, they should carry out the assignments under these four categories. The first one is being an expert, because you are already trained and you have received understanding, you have already received knowledge on different aspect of innovation and entrepreneurship. So we are expecting you will do the same thing as an expert. You are going to deliver, not as a coordinator. Generally people misunderstand that they have to coordinate certain. No, we are not expecting you to coordinate. You coordinate as part of IAC, that your regular work you have to do. But as an expert, you have to deliver a session, minimum one. Maximum you can do anytime, but minimum one. As an expert, choose a topic on innovation and entrepreneurship and IPR, and deliver that. We are expecting, this is a volunteer, this is a volunteer you have to do. So that means we want to see the leadership and expertise on you on delivering the sessions on innovation and entrepreneurship. You are already expert in that, you teach your regular teaching courses, where that is okay, but you have to also master on one or two aspects of innovation and entrepreneurship. This is the what we are expecting. The second is called sessions for the external students and faculties. That is, you have to go beyond the boundary of your institute. That means you have to plan that how you will go and visit to the nearest school or any society or anywhere where you will go and deliver the session on innovation, entrepreneurship, or intellectual property, where your knowledge actually you have acquired. And you can use this training modules, you can use the PPTs, you can use this, you can take the understanding on from these video sessions, and but you have to deliver as an expert, not as a coordinator. This was actually generally misunderstood by many innovation ambassadors of last year, and they thought that if any activity is done by the IIC, that means they are involved, that means they have done this responsibility, but actually it is not. We have, in addition to the activities or the roles and responsibility you are doing for institutions innovation council, here you have to act as an expert, and you have to deliver a session on your own without any others support. This is the what, and we want to know that what kind of such activities, how many such activities you have organized that particular 1 year time period. And similarly, the second one is that to go to the school and the other technical institutions, other non-technical institutions, and there also you have to do this kind of activities. The third one is called innovation contest. Actually, last year in 2020, we did this in a national innovation contest. But what we're expecting that you may associate, or you will generally, we are going to take your help in guiding the students. Those are taking part in this innovation contest. But also there are so many other opportunities for the students to take part in business plans, innovations, competitions organized by other agencies. So what we are expecting, those students are taking part in innovation contest or business plan contest organized by various agencies and the institutions. You should mentor them, you should handhold them, you should support them, so that they will go and they will win that competition, and they will bring lots of prosperity, lots of credibility, and also it will be a proud factor for yourself and also for your institutions. So this is the way you have to voluntarily give certain time and commitment to nurture these young minds and the potential entrepreneurs in venturing into the entrepreneurial journey. The fourth one, Udyan has already explained, but let me explain that we are expecting a clinic model, a clinic concept where faculties, those are good at idea stage, mentoring at the idea stage. Faculties, those have expertise in mentoring supports at the innovation or prototype designing. Faculties, those want to give mentoring supports at the intellectual property generation. We call them IP clinic. So there is three type of clinics: idea clinic, innovation clinic, and IP clinic. And our faculties has to announce that, or they have to set that how frequently they talk with the innovation teams or the IP teams or the business model teams of students, and they provide their mentoring support that will comes under this clinic. And we're expecting in every month every faculty should interact at least 3 to 4 such innovation teams, so that if every faculty will start building up and nurturing 10, 15 or 20, 30 such student teams, then if 4 or 5 innovation ambassador in every institute, that means you are preparing more than 50 to 60 such innovation teams uh, 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 to like a grow and emerge from your institutions. So these are the kind of a set of prescribed activities, and those faculties or those innovation ambassadors will fulfill all these requirements, and they will complete the activities and they will submit the reports on time. We are going to recognize the best performing innovation ambassadors. Okay, so these are the prescribed activities as part of the innovation ambassador program.
So thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for briefly explaining about these reports, all these reports of innovation, national innovation contest, clinic, external reports, internal reports, etc. So I think you most of you have might be clear what is the role of innovation ambassador. So I would like to repeat it again. The roles of innovation ambassador should perform as a mentor in the respective institutes, should provide the guidance to other IICs, and spread the message of innovation and startup among the students and faculties. So you are like you can see the download certificate option, and so you can download your certificate here after clicking on download certificate button. And you are quite aware that online training is going on, so you can click on this online training, and I think you are pretty aware that you're going through the training session, completing the assessment on time. So if you like, if some participants or IIC member wants to they are shifting the institute, want to change the institute, they can put a request for institute name change by clicking it here. And if what they need to do is they need to mention the state from which they are to which the institute they are moving to, and by clicking on the state and selecting the institute name, they need to submit the button. After clicking on the submit, new institute will get a request in the IIC login page, and after the approval, you will shift to the new institute. So I think I have shared pretty much. I've covered all this. Most of the things I've covered. And Salam ma'am, if something I have missed, so would you like to cover it here?
Yeah, Dipan, Udyan, you have covered almost everything. If there is any doubt in the portal, they can ask us in the YouTube so we can clear the doubts.
Yes, ma'am. I think they all have my email ID and their zonal in charge email ID. So if they have any query, they can write to us anytime, and they can contact us also. They have their mobile number and their landline number as well. So with this, I would like to thank you everyone for joining
Udyan,
all the sessions.
just a minute.
There are some questions.
Yeah, I just wanted to reiterate the process of the portal. So for the basic basic foundation level innovation ambassadors, the first step you need to do is update your profile. Udyan, just click on the profile. So first step, once you receive the certificate, all the menus will be enabled in your login. So first step, you do update your profile. Second, you just change the password also. If you have not changed your default password, change the password. And then please go through the FAQ. So what is the session, what is clinic, and what is internal session, what is external reports, everything is clearly mentioned here. So last year we have conducted the innovation contest. So we ask all the innovation ambassadors to help your institute students to submit the idea, POC and prototype. So soon in the next year, we will be again opening the contest. So during that time also, we expect all your, whatever the you people learned during this innovation ambassador training program. So everything will be, you will be through that learnings, you will be guiding your students. And so go to the about IA also, you can get what is the innovation ambassador program and everything. And there are a few questions in the YouTube. Is these videos are available in the portal? Yes, it is already available in the portal under the menu online training. Through that menu itself, you are attending the sessions, and also your assessment marks score is also available. Once all of you submit all the assessments, then the certificate will be enabled automatically with all other menus which is available right now for the advanced level innovation ambassadors.
So thank you, ma'am, for clarifying it more to our innovation ambassadors.
There are
So
two more
I
questions
think,
in the in
yes.
the chat box. So the question is that what is the difference between clinic and the session for internal students, faculties? So clinic is one-to-one talk. Like you are fixing an appointment, and one student is fixing an appointment. They are coming to you or your chamber or your through the online platform. You are interacting. You are giving the support, mentoring support. Whereas the session, that means you are going to address 50, 60, 100, 200 students or the attendees on innovation and entrepreneurship. So this is the difference between clinic and the session. And second question is that can we utilize some contents of the PPT for reproducing the training program? Of course, yes. All these sessions are available in the YouTube. Also in your login page. And also, I think PDF version of the PPTs are also available. You can make use of these PPTs, and also you can reproduce or you can generate your own content and for the training to the students within your institute and outside the institute. Yes, you are not going to get so much options on your dashboard because you are just going through the training. Once you complete the training and submit all the assessments, and once you get notified that you are an innovation ambassador, then only you will get the detail all these features enabled. Till that time, you have to wait, and after that only you will get all these dashboards. And can we get the question and answer of all assessment? At present, only you are getting the total consolidated value of result of your assessment. And if possible, we will go for we will also display the answer keys for each answer, but we have to work it out. And next question is that what is the minimum marks required to get certificate? So far we have not set any minimum mark, but once the session will is everything is over, and we will see the what is the score actually getting. Then we will take relative marking, and based on the relative marking, we will devise a score pattern for issuing the certificates. So that's why it's a humble request. Listen carefully, and before you submit the answer, please go check once or twice, and also try to give the correct answer, right? So these are the simple precautionary steps you have to follow. And the last question is that students coming for mentoring in clinic have to be from your institute or any other students on portal. So anybody, but largely you should focus more on your from your own institute. So I think we'll cover each and every aspect of innovation ambassador. Also in the last 30 days, you all have gone through a phase of learning and also enriching your knowledge and what we call your skill set, your mindset. So I hope you will all will submit the assessment of all these sessions by 5th of August. Thank you all. So over to Selva and Vidya.
So I think we are concluding the session now. Yes, ma'am? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
thank you everyone for joining all the session and completing the assessment on time. Still last date is 5th of August, so you can submit the assessment till 5th of August. And after that, we will be starting the second phase of training for those faculties who are not got nominated. So I hope this was a great journey of yours, which you going for last 1 month. And I hope you have developed the capability within you to be an innovator and great entrepreneur. So in the conclusion of Innovation Ambassador training, I would like to thank you all for attending the training and to my whole MIC team, Selvarani ma'am, Ankush Sharma sir, Sunny, Pranav and Sharad and other IIT members for their continuous support and help during this entire program and journey. And great thanks to our Assistant Innovation Director, Mr. Dipan Sahu sir, for continuous guidance and support in making this program successful. So thank you everyone once again and all the best to you. Thank you.